And we are live. What's good, people? It's your man, DL Saint. Welcome to the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. How y'all feeling? Man, oh man, I hope all is well out there. Y'all know what it is. I'm just going to check the sound real quick. I'm just kind of gotten used to doing it. The one day I'm not going to check the sound is the day it's not going to work right. So let me check this. Hope y'all having a good hump day. Hope y'all having a good hump day. I'm going to give myself a nice little horn blast. Just to see what it sounds like. Bam, we are good. We are money. We are in there, man. I hope y'all having a good hump day. Yeah, today is Wednesday. I'm getting better. I'm coming around. I'm starting to get my flow back, man. I'm getting rested up. Telling y'all, stay young forever. Don't get old, people. Don't do it. Everything hurts. Things start going crazy. You know what I mean? Don't get old. Hair starts growing places you didn't think hair could grow. All right? I'm just throwing that out there. Just let y'all know what y'all got to look forward to. You know what I mean? Brother Primal's in the house. What's good, fam? How you doing? How you doing, man? We're just gonna jump on for a quick one, man. We're just gonna chop it up a little bit, man. I don't really have a proper show today. I'm gonna have some up for later in the week, and I'll probably do a couple shows over the weekend. You know what I mean? So because there's some things out there that I definitely want to cover and I want to talk about. My man Jay Swans is sending me mad stuff. You know what I mean? We got brother Mike in the house. What's good? Black Man Unfiltered's in the house. What's good, fam? What up? I'm definitely gonna Black Man, do me a favor, man. Shoot me a link, man. I'm doing this now so I can be free later. I'm trying to holler at Mandrell and Shoo. I want to be there to support and jump on, man. I'm sorry I missed last night. Last night was a really good show. Hey, y'all go over and check out what's going on with Black Man Unfiltered. Last night they were talking about the educational system. As y'all know, we've done a episode on that here. We have brother Roz, who was a teacher in the New York City. The state of New York. He lives in New York City and he teaches somewhere in the area. And he was telling us about the school system and how it works now and all kind of stuff. What Black Man Unfiltered Network did was expand on what I was doing. Not that we coordinated or anything like that, but what they talked about was a very broad conversation about the school system involving a lot of folks, like really good folks. And man, I wish I could have been on there. Sorry I couldn't make it, bro. I really wish I could have been on there. But yeah, man, our school system has failed. There's no other way around it. Sister Candace is in the house. What's good, love? Good to see you. Good evening to you. You know what I mean? Brother Mike, congratulations to Candace. Top Jew, not quite sure what's going on with that. I must have missed something. And Brother Donnie's in the house. What's good, fam? What up, y'all? Get the likes up upon entry, please do that. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. So we're going to do it. It's going to be a little gossip session, man. I was laying around half sleep today, and I landed on Scarce is the name of the YouTuber, has over 3 million subscribers. I guess dude's been doing it for a long time, and he seems to be covering YouTubers, basically, like what's going on with their personal lives or what's going on with any YouTube drama and beef and all this, that, and the third. And I came across something that it caught my attention. So we're going to react to that video. I got, just some concerns. This is something I've seen growing up, but I'm starting to see a lot more now. And, this is the technology has caught up. So this type of drama we would hear in the real world, and people, coworkers, family, friends, schoolmates, whatever, would talk to the people and, hey, you should get out the situation. That sounds bad. How can I help? This, that, and the third. And a lot of times it would just turn out to be someone just wanted attention, which is sad, but there are a lot of times when it'd be real, like someone really needed help. And we're getting into the situation now where, people are making these claims that may or may not be true. And I guess my fear is this: as a people, we're gonna, stop listening. It's that whole Chicken Little thing. If everyone's running around saying the sky is falling, well, one day the sky is going to fall and none of us are going to believe it, right? So it's you got, or what's the other one? The Boy Who Cried Wolf, which is probably a better analogy. If you're running around out here and you're doing it for the views, you're doing it for the likes, you're doing it for the clicks or whatever, you're crying wolf. And, you know, if you're really in trouble and you screaming wolf, like, you know, and people going to stop listening to you. And then one day that wolf is going to come. And you're going to be screaming wolf and ain't nobody going to pay attention. So, and I could be wrong, but it's just something I wanted to bring up. I wanted to look at. Just wanted to look at. You know what I mean? So so here we go. We're gonna watch this, and we're gonna review to this a little bit, man. Let's check this out, man. Let's here we go, and then I'm definitely gonna drop the link on this one in case anybody want to jump up. I'm really want to hear some views. I want to hear what y'all have to think about this.
Known as Amouranth. So for those of you who don't know, Amouranth is one of, if not the top female creator on Twitch. She is an absolutely massive streamer. She also has a very big YouTube channel, and she is probably, if not the most wealthy Twitch streamer ever, okay? She literally makes millions of dollars every single month off of all her platforms, and especially her OnlyFans, which is
And so, and like right off rip, they're talking about they get, you know, you're on YouTube, they're gonna talk about your pockets. It is what it is. You know, if you're a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, you got an OnlyFans, whatever it is you're doing, your Patreon, and people gonna get into that. Rightly so. Rightly so. End of the day, this is a business. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it 100. And Brother Prime was like, oh, not the E304. Exactly. Like, it, you know, it's just, these are tough ones, bro. These are tough ones, but my man even put up like her gross $33,760,272.48. I don't know what year that is. I'm assuming it's maybe last year or this year. The net $27,006,617.98. Yeah, it looks like that's all this year because it breaks down by the month. You know what I mean? You're looking at July totals, almost 600,000, June 1.5, almost $1.6 million. May of this year, almost, you know, 1.5, you know what I mean? And so on and so forth, all the way back to March. So this is a very successful individual. And looks like she posted these numbers on her own, looks like Twitter or something like that. And it says it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. But boy, she's getting it. She's getting bread. I ain't mad at her. This ain't gonna turn into one of those like I'm just hating on somebody. I am not. I didn't know who she is until, you know, earlier today when I watched this thing. Brother Primal, she can buy all sorts of tiny violins to play her sad song. Yeah, but let's continue. Let's continue and see how this breaks down.
Just pulling in millions just by itself. So she's actually created a massive empire here. And many of you might remember who Amouranth was from the hot tub meta on Twitch. She's one of the streamers that will go into a hot tub often and she will talk with viewers. And this is a very, very popular category.
It's like, yo, I'm gonna get in a hot tub, put on my bikinis, and I'm just gonna talk to viewers. I thought Twitch was about video games, y'all. 100, you know what I mean? Get your money how you gonna get your money. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And I mean, again, a very attractive woman. You know what I mean? I'll BS aside. Very, very attractive. You know what I mean? I'll make the screen bigger so y'all can get a good look. You know, redhead, very pretty.
On Twitch, and it really looked like she was the most successful streamer on Twitch ever, just with the amount of money that she was raking in every single month. It was pretty amazing. Well, it turns out that Amouranth actually has some pretty horrible things happening in her life behind the scenes that people are very concerned about. Now, this all happened 2 nights ago, right after we uploaded our video. So what happened here is it looked like Amouranth was going to stream like she normally does, but instead, she decided to unmute her husband on stream and show everyone how abusive her husband has been to her. Now,
and apparently her husband is the one who is the business mind behind all this. Apparently, that's what it seems like. What we're watching here is going to be 100% her side. We don't hear from the other side. We don't hear from the husband. Other than this part, you're going to hear when the husband doesn't know that he's been unmuted or whatever. And yeah, so we're going to see that. It's crazy. Brother Primal, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Hey, man, I got to agree with you there. So let's continue.
No one even knew that she had a husband. Everyone thought she was single, but that's not what's concerning here. What's really concerning is that she was able to show her husband's true colors and show that she was being abused by him constantly behind the scenes. And she reveals here that her husband threatened to kill their pets, take all of their money, and force her to stream to make more money. This is so insanely messed up. And I just want to warn you guys, this gets very emotional very quickly.
Why did you say you were gonna kill my dogs?
Leave the house.
Okay, I can leave the. You know what? Actually, I don't. I shouldn't leave the house because my dogs are here.
We'll take the dogs and leave. You're asking the question, I'm telling you, and you're interrupting my fucking, like telling you. Literally. Literally.
What are you saying? You just told me you were gonna.
So we're listening to this conversation between her and this dude who's, you know, allegedly her husband on the other end, which I believe it is. You know, we're looking at her setup. There's the bed, there's the pole. She does the hot tub stuff. Like, you know what I mean? This is how she gets her bread. I'm not mad at her. But if you're using the abuse term, like she's not using it, but you know, playing the victim card, this scarce guy is using the this term, this, you know, like being abused is very abusive. Be careful, y'all. This is gonna get emotional. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of drama. It's like, yo, why don't you just leave? You're making millions of dollars a month. Leave. Just bounce, yo. You know what I mean? Like, just bounce. What are we doing? Like, okay, he's the business side of it. You're what, you know, you're the talent. Leave. So I just wanted to stop real quick and say that. So we're going to listen to the rest of this.
I'm gonna kill dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream.
Nope, did not say that. Now you're just fucking being a liar.
I'm not just.
I said I'm going to tell you what I said in terms of the earlier. You're saying you did not say that.
I tried to tell you what I heard from you. And then you called me a liar.
And then I look at something like this, like, you know, the camera's on. I don't see any tears, but I see all this. I see the face and everything else. Y'all know I spent 25 years in Hollywood, bro. I know people that can cry. The waterworks the whole nine. As soon as you say action and as soon as you say cut, it's over. You feel me? So, brother Primal, how about she takes the dogs, leave, and calls the cops? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Sister Candace with the crying emoji. Yeah, like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? And sister and King Cody's in the house. What's good, fam? What's good, man? Sister Candace Sally, no one's looking at her face. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I'm looking at her face. I don't see any tears. You know, I hear all this stuff. You know what I mean? Brother Primal, she's a grifter, in my opinion. She might be. And see, that's my whole point. The reason I wanted to talk about this is, what if she really is in a situation? You feel me? Who's going to believe it? You know, I'm trying to call balls and strikes here. I'm trying to, you know, do what we do here, man. I'm trying to put it in the think tank, right? If we do that.
Think tank, Arch, nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
If we put it in the old think tank, nothing's going to get past it, right? So I'm trying to figure it out, but y'all get where I'm coming from. She could be in a situation, but if she isn't, the next person who's in that situation, everybody going to be cynical off rip. And that person might find themselves in a horrible situation. But let's continue watching a little bit.
Then you tell me, what did you say?
What are you even talking about? You brought up the dogs out of nowhere.
Exactly.
So what
Prove a point.
point is there improving?
So this is incredibly hard to watch.
You know, the guy goes on to say it's incredibly hard to watch. It's not. It's not hard to somebody who knows what real drama is. You know what I mean? Some people who haven't seen it. You feel me? Like, this ain't hard at all to watch. It's not. It simply is not hard to watch. But I can't make light of the situation. I can't get mad at people for coming from pristine bubbles. I can't be mad because folks ain't seen what I've seen. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to understand it. You know what I mean? So Brother Cody, you know what I mean, looks super fake. It does. You know what I mean? Like Brother Mike with the emojis there. You know what I mean? We got Brother Jose in the house. What's good, fam? Welcome. Good to see you. You know what I mean? Good to see you, man. I'm glad you came through. I mean, when I see this sort of stuff, man, like it's with this technology, with what's going on with YouTube, what's going on with the media being sensationalized and all that, is making our country more and more cynical, which makes us worse. You know what I mean? It's a net loss for all of us, man. Like if we don't have any sympathy for our neighbors, bro, we don't have any sympathy, man. You know, none. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I got no sympathy for this chick right here, man. I ain't mad at her for getting her money, but I have zero sympathy. She knows exactly what she's doing. Exactly. Right. So, and then I have my notes here. Why deal with this type of person? I'm talking about her and her husband, the dude, whoever the dude is on the phone. Why would you deal with that type of person? Period. Period. Right? Ain't enough money on planet Earth to get me to deal with somebody like that, man, because it's going to turn up. Why would you deal with someone like that? Her or the dude? You feel me? Brother Primal, wonder how many called the police on her behalf. That's coming up. That's coming up. You see what I mean? You know what I mean? Brother Mike, NBA game. You know what I mean? That's coming up. But let's continue.
Watch, because Amaranth is obviously very emotional here, and her husband is just blowing up at her for seemingly no reason. I mean, it sounds like it's because she didn't hear something that he said, but is that really a reason for him to start screaming and freaking out at her like this? And many people watching this stream quickly realized that this is a very abusive and scary relationship, and that she needs help. And after
what's scary about it? You know what I mean? You want to talk about abusive? Okay. You yelling at somebody, that's abuse, right? It's legally abuse. You know what I mean? You don't have to physically put your hands on somebody to catch that case, right? I mean, you can mentally abuse someone. So you can say yelling at someone, all right, I get that. But this isn't scary. This is not scary. Not what we're watching right here. You know what I mean? Someone's yelling at you on the phone, bro. Turn the phone off. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure we've all been ghosted. You know what I mean? Turn the phone off. Hang up. If dude's going to turn up and act the fool, you got the cameras on. Sit in the room. You safe with the cameras on. You know what I mean? Like what? Turn your phone back on with the camera on. That's what we do when women act like that guy and the guy on his phone. When women start acting like that, getting emotional, getting crazy, I'm going to grab my phone. That's all I do. I'm going to film you. You tripping. You must, action. You know what I mean? You won't hear. This is live. You do it when the police start acting up. This is live. What they do now, they calm down. Police got body cameras on. What they doing these days? Calming down. They calming down. And the ones who don't, the ones who turn up anyway, they get locked up. Like that guy in San Antonio, Texas. Right? Wound up shooting up some kid who was eating a burger in the back of McDonald's during the daytime. He shot that little boy up. Guess what? He ain't a cop no more. And he's probably going to be facing attempted murder, if not murder charges. The last time I looked in on that case, that young man was fighting for his life in ICU. Right? Body camera told it all. So you got weapons at your disposal. What's scary about this?
After this phone call, Amaranth was obviously very upset, and she decided to really open up and vent about how insane her relationship has been recently. And she says here that her husband forced her to say that she was single and to commit to being a hot tub streamer.
That
All right, so someone forced you to put on your bikini, get in a hot tub, and make this money. Someone forced you to do that. You were forced to do that. Put on your makeup, you know what I mean? Get the twins out. Show them off for everybody to see, because the twins are on display right now. Someone forced you to do that. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. It makes it hard. Like we see how much money you make. You're making about $1.5 million every month. That's what you bringing in. That's what you're bringing in. 1 point every single month. You can't sit down for 3 months, stack that money, and bounce. I mean, really, for that kind of bread, all you need is 1 month. You got $1 million, man. $1.5 million. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And Cody is king. Yeah, bro. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to call balls and strikes here.
therapist even told him that it's a form of like psychological abuse, and that I'm basically living in a fancy prison. And then he was changed for a bit, and then the hot tub meta arose, and he was like, "Oh, this is an opportunity," and then he turned into an asshole again. When I agreed.
He sounds like he's the business guy, she's the talent. Right? He's management, she's talent. That's what it sounds like. I mean, did he put those eyelashes on or did she put them eyelashes on? I'm looking at the makeup. You know what I mean? I'm looking at all this. This is forced. I'm forcing you to do it. Man, yo, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong.
Agreed to commit to the grind because it was a good financial opportunity for us. I've been wanting to tell people that, like, let's just stream together. Just tell them that we're fucking married because it's like our relationship would be better if we just stream them. And it's a fighting all the time.
$33 million a year, he was right. If you're looking at the business side of it, he was right. You the number one. You the Jordan. You the LeBron. You the GOAT right now. You out here getting 33-something million dollars every year, every 12 months. $30+ million. He was right from the business aspect. You know what I mean? You got these, you know what I mean? You got these basement dwellers sending in all their lunch money just to see you sitting in a hot tub. He was right. Are they going to send in that money if they know you married? Probably not. Right? Probably not. So from that standpoint, dude was 100% right. Management was correct. I'm sorry. Brother Primal, again, she said again, right. Brother Primal, man, so not the first time. Exactly. Miss Globe Girls in the house, my favorite sailor. What's good, love? He's the pimp. She's the hoe. Hey, like I said on this show, man, hey, in life, either you pimping or you being pimped. Shout out to Myron Gaines. He said that on Flagrant. Either you pimping or getting pimped. You know what I mean? But to the tune of, $30 million plus a year, she's living in what did they say, a beautiful prison or castle, whatever they said. Man, look, $1.5 million every 30 days. If it's a problem, baby, step. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's a harsh term that Miss Globe Girl is using, but I mean, she's the 304, man. She's getting the bread, but they working together. There seemed to be a partnership. He's management. She's the talent. I don't know, man. Brother Primal, fool me once, shame on you. Exactly. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
No, Mr. Don't say that because it's going to ruin the business model. It's not time yet. Fuck yourself. I'm done with it. I'm not going to fuck you anymore.
She says she's done with it and I'm not going to smash you anymore. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe it at all. He was right. It's not. You're going to mess up the business model. We got you out here as you single. We got all the basement dwellers sending in all this money to the tune of $33 million every 12 months. Don't mess that up, shawty. You know what I mean? Now, the dude on the phone was all emotional and all that. He was way emotional and all that. But here's the thing. She chose him. At the end of the day, she chose him. Forget the business. Forget all this other stuff. Forget the money. She chose him. So why don't you, baby, just leave? That's all you got to do. Leave. You know what I mean? Brother Cody's right, man. Clown shit. That's exactly what this is, but let's continue.
You want me to tell them I'm single? It's about to be true. Piece of shit.
Amaranth then reveals that whenever her husband is angry at her, he will essentially rampage throughout the house, breaking things. This clearly indicates a very abusive relationship.
I would lock my door, but he broke that too.
I mean, here's the thing, man. This is where you need the other side. Yeah, you got this guy screaming into the phone and acting a fool. Is it possible that the guy could do the stuff that she's claiming he has done? It's possible. But you making all that bread, you ain't get the door fixed? You know what I mean? Anyone can do that kind of damage to the door.
So,
Best advice I can give
that was
during
the
my
day
divorce
that
my
he
grandma
fucking
gave.
took the
You know what I mean? The door is cracked. Yeah, there's solid evidence that something happened to that door. But now we're just hearing one person's version of it. Right? And she's saying, I ran in here and he kicked the door open. Okay, where's the police report?
Too shall pass.
Both phones from me. And so I ran in here to call the cops, and he literally kicked the door in and broke. Like, this doesn't even have a hinge anymore. And then he.
I ran in here to call the cops, and he kicked the door in. right? She kicked the door in. Obviously, the door has hinges. She just was confused on what part. She looked at the locking mechanisms. She said hinges. I misspeak all the time. I ain't gonna hold her on that. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? But you went to call the police. Where is the police report? They would have showed up. That's a domestic violence call. They coming.
He also, another day, right from the ST Peach game, he was like trying to smash my phone against my computer, try to pull
Probs
monster my
bad
computer,
timing,
and then
but
took
I
the
need
fucking
$50,000.
thing. Took like one of the objects in my room. I think it was this, like one of the chairs or one of the tables, and like hit it against this wall and made this.
So keep in mind.
And Amber Heard, right? Remember all those allegations? And Johnny took an L up until he went to court. And at the end of the day, he still took an L because, you know, he spent all that money just to clear his name and he lost all that money. But I'm just saying, just believe all anybody, man. Don't believe all anybody, bro. You said you called the police, man. Let me see the paperwork, man. I'm like, when 1090 Jake, the way 1090 Jake does it, end of sentence, shout out to 1090 Jake, show me the paperwork. I don't just go off the paperwork you giving me. I ain't going off your receipts. Let me go get the other receipts. Oh, there aren't any. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Brother Cody, all just entertainment value to get the beaches and simps riled up. Hey, it could be a money play, bro. It could be a money play. I won't dismiss that for a hot second, man. Let's continue.
Mind that Amaranth's husband seemingly has control over all of her accounts. So he can do whatever he wants with them, and Amaranth then exposes all of his crazy abusive texts where he's consistent.
So you're saying dude he has control over all the money, all the accounts, everything. And then you're going to say, well, look at this abusive text stream he sent me. You know what I mean? You can see all that right there, man. Next time when I say a plan, do it, right? You're calling her bad names or whatever. Do you understand? I'm not agreeing with this technique. I would never do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do these sort of things that's stupid. But again, what is this? There's people out here dealing with real problems, y'all. There's people out here getting hurt for real, man. There's people out here ducking and dodging, you know what I mean, projectiles. You dig. This? Man, stop it. Stop it, bro. Like, Jake is a good guy. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. 1090 Jake. I mean, his story, I mean, he does the work. You know what I mean? Shout out to that guy, man. If y'all, for real, go over there and check out what he's doing over there. You want to see some breakdowns on some real crime. Like, he did the PNB Rock one. First time I ever saw him was a couple years ago. He did it. He broke down there was a young rapper out of Cincinnati, Ohio, who lost her life downtown Cincinnati, like on Ray Street, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm from Cincinnati, so I knew what it was. He broke it down. I was like, wow, he really did his work. He really did his homework because he was breaking it down to some real details. I'm like, man, who is this dude? I didn't know who he was. I had no idea who the guy was until years later. I seen him on Fresh and Fit and he broke down his whole story. But anyway, back to this. this stuff right here. Like, you know, shout out to the YouTuber who made this video. But this is not what I'm seeing, isn't what I'm thinking. You feel me? Like, when you use these words, these are real big trigger words. We're talking about abuse and dangerous and all these things. I see something in my mind. It's not what's unfolding on the screen.
Texting her while she's streaming, saying that he's going to start donating hundreds of thousands of dollars of her money. And her husband even threatened to send her horse Kyron to a meatpacking plant. So he's threatening to kill her animal.
Y'all have any idea how much a horse like that costs just to have and maintain? Forget riding it. Boy, you want to talk about first world problems.
Just because she wasn't responding. Keep in mind, it looks like these texts were all sent very quickly, and this is because she was not responding for a few hours while she was streaming. He just completely blew up on her, and just look at this. Because she wasn't responding to him, he was essentially threatening to completely ruin her entire life. He says he's going to delete all of her accounts, he's going to give away all of her money, he's going to...
You can't ruin someone's life that's making $1.5 million a month. She gonna get that money with or without dude. Now she might fumble the bag, but she gonna have at least 6 months to a year of that money. So she gonna get another 15, 30 million right before she fumbles it completely on her own. And she's an attractive woman. So her basement dwellers ain't never gonna leave her side. Ever. Ever. Her OnlyFans is gonna stay in the top tier. So again, I fail to see the issue here. Why don't she just leave?
Kill her pets. I mean, he is saying that he's going to do everything he can to ruin her life just because she wasn't responding to him while she was streaming. So this is clearly one of, if not the biggest controversies of this whole year. This initial video with Amouranth has over 16 million views on Twitter right now. I mean, literally everyone on social media is talking about this because they can't believe that Amouranth was being so badly abused behind the scenes. I mean, keep in mind, Amouranth looked like she had her stuff together. She seemed to be the most wealthy Twitch streamer. She was raking in millions.
I mean, you look at that, man. Net worth is currently estimated between $20 and $25 million. The estimate is based on her content creations / subscription offerings, which nets the media personality a revenue of around $1.4 to $1.5 million per month. Live streaming, content creation, and her personal investments. Bro, if you making that much money a month, I'm sorry, you cannot lose. There is no fear. If you're sitting in a place and you're like, I'm being abused, I'm trapped here. No, you're not. You got $1.5 million. Well, I don't have control of any of the accounts. I don't know about that, bro.
Millions of dollars every single month. Ethan Klein from H3H3 tweeted this out. He says, I'm scared and disturbed by what is happening to Amouranth. It seemed like she was winning at life and in total control, but she was the whole time living under tremendous abuse. It makes me wonder how many others are living outwardly normal lives, but suffering so badly at home. And even
that Ethan dude, no respect for that guy. Zero respect for that guy, because he's not going to take the time to go look into it. He's just going to run off this. He's just going to run, oh, she was crying, and oh my God, she's beautiful and she's hot. And you know what? He's going to go get his lube and do his thing. I ain't mad at him, bro. Bitch, I'm just saying, look into it. But this is about to get to the part that I really want to discuss with y'all, man, because people are going to start asking the same questions that I'm asking, and we're going to get to see the response.
Makes an interesting point here. How many of the top YouTubers and streamers are actually going through some horrible abuse behind the scenes that we don't know about? So clearly Amouranth has been receiving an overwhelming amount of support from everyone in the community on this. I mean, seriously, this has been trending the last few days. There have been tons of videos with millions of views of YouTubers talking about how horrible this is, but there also have been creators poking fun and making jokes about the situation. One creator tweeted this out. He says, Amouranth has had a husband this whole time, yet I've been gifting thousands of tier 3s every month. How do you...
This dude got a point. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, whoever this guy is, hey man, don't hate the player, hate the game. You fell for the game, bro. You sent that money in, you got whatever it is you was trying to get out of that money, man. She says your name on screen, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it help you bust one harder. I don't know. That's the weirdo world. But don't ask for the money back. You know what I mean? Oh, you're married? Come on, bro. Any fine woman is going to either be married or in some sort of relationship. She got dudes on standby. She got who she dealing with. Then she got dudes on standby. Then she got dudes like this guy who's sending in the bread. You feel me? How do you not know that, my friend? Whoever that dude was. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about, bro. It's the game, man. Technology has made this game, depending on how you look at it, on what side of it you on, it's made it brilliant or it's made it really horrible, man, depending on what side you on. It's brilliant for her. You know what I mean? 20, 25 million, 30 million. Those are estimates. They don't really know how much money she getting. You know what I mean? Brother Cody, could all be fake or the other option is dude is her manager and she is directly disobeying their plan and then whining about it. Either way, it's an L, possibly not a financial L, at least not yet. And just look at all of the tension. Absolutely. Sister Candace, he's going to be requesting a charge back on his credit card. That's hilarious. All that money on his credit card. At least he's getting the points. But let's continue. And Brother Cody, you're right. Keep that thought in mind because we're about to continue. You're going to see what's going to happen here.
charge back on a credit card. There also have been YouTubers and creators who are skeptical about her side of the story, and they say that we have to listen to the husband's side of the story as well. Gundam tweeted this out. He says, so we're all supposed to take her word at face value? This woman whose whole career was based on lying to her fan base to make as much profit as humanly possible, what is his side of the story? Due process, people. Now, Keemstar came out and gave his
Right. So now we're hearing this. There are people out there looking at this, right? And they're like, yo, what's really going on here? And they're asking smart questions. But look at the pushback.
Thoughts on this whole situation, and he says Amaranth told her chat about her husband who has been in control of her bank accounts, taking the money and also threatening to kill her pets, etc. Guys online have been donating to her for years without realizing that the money was going to her husband. He then says clearly the husband is abusing, she showed the text, but Amaranth herself has scammed so many guys online claiming that she was single for years. These Twitch streamers don't care about their viewers. They all just use you and your low IQs to fill their pockets.
This brother has a point. This Keemstar guy, in my book, he's correct. He has a point. I take it a step further. Don't get mad. Oh, people, y'all sent all this money in and it was just going to her husband. Whatever. You gave the money to her, she gave the money to dude. Right? That's what Miss Globe Girl said, man. It's the pimp and the hoe. Right? That's just keeping it 100. That's just keeping it 100. Don't get mad, man. Once you lose that money, you know what I mean? It's gone. Once you give it away, it's gone. It ain't like you giving it away in hopes of seeing her or being her dude. But we know that's what's in the back of their mind, don't we? It's never gonna happen. Yo, basement dwellers, you got a long way to go before you get there. You got a long way to go. You got to crawl before you start, you know what I'm saying, trying to play in the Super Bowl, trying to play in the World Cup. You know what I mean? So why y'all mad? That's what you got, what you paid for, bro.
Also, Amaranth for years got praised for being a genius businesswoman. Based on this new information, the hidden husband behind the scenes was the one making all of the business moves.
Another point, well taken. She got the right business guy. She got the right person, you know what I mean? Like, she got dude who, he showed her how to get to the bag. He probably got in her ear like, man, you over here doing this, I could get you M's. And he did. He got her M's. Now, do I agree with the way it appears that he's motivating her to get on the streams? I don't agree with that at all. That's a technique I wouldn't use, but it's a technique that's been effective for him and her up until this point, right? Let's keep that in mind. They both getting the bread.
So, well, after Keemstar posted his thoughts on this whole situation, he was receiving a lot of backlash over Twitter. I mean, people were just very upset with him, and there have been a lot of creators calling out his tweets here. They're saying that he's not being supportive enough of Amaranth. There have also been people just saying,
you see that? You're not being supportive enough. They're not saying they got a problem with what he said. They're not poking holes in his own theory. They're not answering his questions. They're just saying you're not being supportive enough of the beautiful young woman who sits in a hot tub and gets all of our money. You must be more supportive. Man, cut that out.
awful things about him over Twitter now because they're so upset with him over this. And Keemstar tweeted this out after he received all this backlash. He tweeted out saying, I've been getting a lot of tweets saying that I support Amaranth getting abused. No. Or that I'm supporting her abuser. No. Or that I'm victim blaming. Also no. I was just making the point that I don't feel like any content creator should lie to their fan base for money. It's wrong.
It's immoral, but people lie to other people for money all the time. It is what it is. People rob people all the time. They can use their mouth to rob you. They can use one of these tools to rob you, right? They can use their computer to rob you. You know what I mean? They gonna get to the bread, man. If you ain't protective of your hard-earned wages, somebody gonna come and take it from you, bro. Period. But you ain't got to get mad at this man. You mad at this Keemstar guy for telling the truth. He's just pointing out facts. Look. He's just like, look. He's just pointing out facts. That's all, dude. Like, oh, he looking behind the curtain like, oh, no, bro, I see a dude back here pushing all the buttons. That's how she getting all that money. Again, I don't agree with the apparent way dude is motivating her. That whole, you know what I mean, the carrot versus the stick. I don't agree with that. But they still getting the bread. That's undeniable.
So he was still receiving a lot of backlash over this, and he decided to finally just delete the whole thread here. He says, I deleted the whole Amaranth thread because too many people are making bad faith arguments. They're manipulating what I said and straight lying. I also need to take some responsibility for not communicating my points better.
But it's really hard to communicate those points when you just, via Twitter or texting or whatever. Like when we communicate back and forth, and I'm just reading the chats, it's really hard to communicate that. I did that. I sent a super chat in when Fresh and Fit was at the Tate's house, and they had Tristan on there, and I sent a chat in. I was talking about my thoughts on game, like overall game. In my opinion, everything is game. The game of life is the overall game. You know what I mean? It's not just, when I say game, I'm not just talking about womanizing. We're talking about somebody's game right here. You know what I mean? So like, you must master that game. The overall game must be mastered, but it's hard to communicate that back and forth when someone doesn't understand. It's like, oh no, that's not what I mean. And it's impossible. Right. And you look on, when you look at tweets and stuff like that, same thing. It's impossible. You have to be sitting there with that person so you can have the back and forth. So I get his point, this Cam star, who I don't even know who he is, but I'm with him on that. You know what I mean? So he took the whole stream, but he's just tired of dealing with it. And people will take your words and they'll run with it. They'll turn them around. We've seen this happen millions of times, and we're gonna see it a million more.
So Keemstar says here that he's taking responsibility for not wording that whole thing correctly, but there still was a lot of other creators who were tweeting out some pretty awful things about Amaranth after this, and many creators came out yesterday and they defended Amaranth over all these people calling her out. Jacksepticeye tweeted this out. He says, Amaranth is an absolute champion for being able to put up with so much abuse from people on.
What abuse, bro? Walk away. Well, I can't give you credit for sitting in a situation that you claim is bad for you. Walk away. That's where the strength comes in. Leave. Were you worried about the money? I thought you having a problem. All money ain't good money. Walk away. You know what I mean? That's criminal. I was about to. I'm looking at Brother Primal's name, and then I said Criminal. That's hilarious. But Brother Primal studies. They all are tricks. They are. Sister Candace, she is acting no differently than male entertainers who often hide or don't publicize their relationships in order to maintain female fans. Absolutely. It's about getting the bread. I ain't mad, Brother Primal. So she made M's and was smashing a pretty lady. Looks like he won. He absolutely did win. You know what I mean? He's helping to get those M's, and he get to smash her plus whoever else. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, this is the sad reality of a male's inability to get sexual attention from women. Yes, so true. The porn industry and the birth of OnlyFans is proof of this. That is so true. And it is sad. It is sad. It is so many dudes out there who can't get that access, and they're willing to pay top dollar, be it in the strip club, on OnlyFans, on a Passport Bros trip to you name the country, good old fashioned brothel, call girls. It's a business, y'all. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, man. These guys are just coughing up this bread on their credit cards. Money they don't have, they're sending it off to these women, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know what I mean? Brother Cody, facts hard to convey over text, let alone in 200 units. Exactly. But let's continue with this, this stuff.
Online and in their personal life as well. The mental fortitude needed is incredible. A lot of gross reactions to it online too. Not that hard to be a decent human being. Valkyrie tweeted out saying it's disgusting seeing the internet continue to invalidate and dehumanize victims of abuse. What Amaranth has been trapped in is very real, especially having joint accounts, being married, dealing with threats, etc. I hope that she gets the freedom and relief any human in abuse deserves.
But the problem is this: is she really in that type of situation? You're an American woman making all this money. You got all this bread. You married. You talking about your husband. All you got to do is go to family court. All you got to do.
So we've been covering all the different reactions and opinions to this situation, and one creator had a very interesting take on the situation. This is from the streamer known as Melanie Mack. She says, I can't make big claims on streamer drama without knowing the full story, but I will say that any man who is okay with or even supports his wife selling her body for money probably doesn't actually love her, at least not as much as he loves money.
Shout out to Melanie Mack. That young sister made a real good point right there. A real good point. Hey, man, but hey, to each his own. That relationship you got, if your dude is cool with you selling your sexuality, you know what I'm saying? He trying to get the bread. He trying to get the bread. You know what I mean? That's crazy, brother Primal. Desperate men will break their piggy banks just for a little female attention. Shaking my head. That's so true. Attention. We ain't talking about being able to touch anybody. We ain't talking about being able to hold somebody's hand and have a long walk through the park or something like that on the beach. Nah, you can't even pay for that. Some of them basement dwellers can't even pay for that. You know what I mean? We just talking about they gonna send a couple $1,000s to their Twitch or super chat or whatever. Again, I would see it night after night after night on Melanie King's channel. I would see it all the time. You know what I mean? And I haven't seen Melanie stream in a couple weeks. So hopefully she just took a vacation. I hope all is well with her. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep my eye out. But mass dudes be just hitting her up. Money, more money, just so she can talk to them on a split screen. That's crazy. Jacob, what's good, fam? How you doing? What's up to you, man? Let me give you a horn shot. You know what I mean? Brother Cody's like, yes, facts. So let's continue.
So this tweet actually garnered a lot of controversy because creators are saying that if your wife wants to start an OnlyFans, she should be able to, and that's her decision. So ever since this whole Amouranth situation happened, there have been a ton of people calling the police, actually trying to get them to do welfare checks to make sure she's okay. And apparently the police has shown up to her house multiple times. And just last night, Amouranth came back and she streamed again to let everyone know what exactly was going on. And even though it was late, this stream had over 60,000 live viewers. There were tons of people watching and waiting to see what exactly was happening and if she's okay. And right off the bat on this stream, she says that she's okay and that she was able to get access to all of her accounts again. And she also says that she is now seeking legal counsel to be able to deal with her husband.
Like,
And that's what it boils down to right there. Right there. So we got the police involved. We got people calling the police, welfare checks. How do they know her address? How do they know where she lives? What type of tier is she running on her OnlyFans? Do you get to come over and hang out? And by hang out, I do mean smash. How do they know where she lives? Okay, fine. They know. They figured it out. All right, whatever. This is my take on the whole thing, y'all. And I'll let this play out here in a second just so y'all can hear what y'all saying. But this is my take on the whole thing, right? We're talking about, I'm getting some legal people involved. Oh, okay. So we all know what happened in family court. If she was to go to family court, I want a divorce. There's plenty with that text stream she had and that voicemail that was recorded. That's plenty in court. There's, irreconcilable differences or whatever. I believe they will let you admit that would be admissible. I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea. But because this is a public forum, I think that's admissible. You know what I mean? Because it's a public forum. I don't think there was no expectation of privacy. However, they are married. So you do have that. You know what I mean? So that I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? Because communication between husband and wife is privileged. But surely in America, I mean, you can get divorced because you don't like the color shirt he's wearing on Tuesday. It's not a problem. So I'm wondering if there is a contract between her and her husband that's separate from the marriage. And I'm wondering if that contract is more beneficial to him than it is to her, but she signed it. So in other words, I'm wondering if this is a play to get from under a bad contract. That's what I'm thinking. This part I'm about to play, pay close attention to her face. It's like she's smiling. It's kind of like, yes, the plan is working. That's my take on it, right? I'm thinking I need to get out of this contract. Because if I break this contract, dude's going to walk away with most of the money. But if I can get out of this contract through the divorce and how the judge just throw out this contract because I signed it under duress and all this kind of stuff, now I'm going to get all the money, right? And if, we don't know dude's situation. If he got bread, he might have to pay her alimony. Because that's another thing, too. She's making all the money. So they get divorced, he's going to get alimony. So is this a play to get out of a bad contract? I wonder. Watch this last part right here.
As for the husband situation, I guess, as some of you probably saw the other night, he called me during stream. I apologize if that was hard to watch for people. I didn't really know what else to do because he was
Is she stopping herself from laughing by holding her face right there? I wonder.
threatening to tweet shit, right? So kind of, if he was gonna tweet lies, I wanted to beat him to the punch. But yeah, sorry if I triggered anybody with past abuse.
He was going to tweet lies. I wanted to beat him to the punch. I wanted to lie first.
Anyway, so that happened. That was actually the first time that he's ever heard himself on a recording. And I think that when he heard himself on that call, it really sunk in how much of an asshole he is.
We'll stop it right there, man. She's laughing. Got him. That's why she's smiling. That's why she's giggling. I got his ass. I'm going to get up. I got him. I got him. And she does. Well played. It looks like she made the best move on the board. She set up an ambush. He walks right into it, man. She lit his ass up. She caught him in the L. I told y'all about this, right? This is how you want to set up your ambush. Your weapons are here, and here you want to get the bad guy right here in the L. Right in the L. Nowhere to run. Got your ass. That was an effective ambush, if you ask me. Effective. Way effective, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Let me copy that. Let me drop. I'm gonna drop the link up in here, y'all, in case anybody want to come up and talk about this. I want to drop the link. And I'm not mad at her. Keep getting the money. But I'm thinking there is an agreement between her and her manager. She's the talent and the manager who happens to be her husband. And I think that contract is not good for her. And she wants out of the contract. This would be a great way to get out of that contract, in my opinion. I mean, I ain't no legal. I don't have a legal mind. I'm a street dude. I'm a military guy. I know tactics. I know an ambush when I see one. That dude walked right into it. Brother Cody, gross and creepy. Dr. B is in the house. What's good, fam? Oh, this chick again shaking my head. Yeah, it's the first time I found her, bro. I ain't know nothing about it. I ain't know nothing about it to the day. I thought it was fascinating. Sister Candace, I'm sorry, but L wife. Yep. Her bed is not made. Home appears messy, and she looks disheveled. I was thinking the same thing, sister. I'm like, you got all that money. You can't even afford to have a maid come in there and clean that up. But again, that could be all part of the persona that's making her the money. That could be all part of it. Who knows? But it's like 2 stripper poles in there, and she does the hot tub streaming. You know what I mean? I feel you on that. You can't even clean up your room, shawty. And I'm not seeing any real expensive furniture in there, to be honest with you. The stuff I'm saying is like, I'm not seeing any like the high end. So maybe they got a master bedroom somewhere. This is just the YouTube room. This is the Twitch room. This is where they do all the streaming room. That's like the set. You know what I mean? Sister Kansas, if this is in fact a far shame on her, this is why hashtag, yes, believe all women exist. Yep. You're right. And I'm telling you, man, like it's player versus player, player versus player out here, man. Shout out to Andrew Tate. He talks about this all the time. This is how the real world works, man. It's a contact sport, y'all. It's just what it is. You don't know who you dealing with. It's a free-for-all. She's got to do what's best for her. They getting the bread. That's a lot of money, man. Like I really think it boils down to a bad contract between her and her husband. And I think that contract went into play probably before they got married. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, y'all. I'm just trying to speculate. I wouldn't be surprised at all. This is a play, right, to secure the money. Because at this point, anyone can manage her. She can hire a firm to manage her, and they'll do a great job. Just give up 20%. Right? Again, she's making $1.5 million a month. Who wouldn't manage her? Hollywood would come manage her. You know what I mean? Stop it. Sister Jenny's in the house. What's good, love? Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm so glad you're here. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, it's better to live on a corner of a roof than to share a home with a quarrelsome wife. He needs to leave her. Wow. His reputation will be irreparably damaged if he had one, which he probably didn't, from her potential baseless accusations. Yeah. Yeah. This dude probably came from nothing anyways. Like Sister Globe Girl was saying, man, this Miss Globe Girl's right. Dude's probably straight up pimp. He probably caught her, you know what I'm saying, at a strip club somewhere. He probably caught her at the club, man, got into her ear. But he took her from the bottom to the top. You know what I mean? Hey, man, $20, $30 million a year ain't nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, it's gonna boil down to, all right, cut me a deal, buy me out, sort of thing. He's gonna walk away with a bag. Trust me, I know he's been skimming money. I know he's got a lot of money in crypto. He had access to the accounts. I know he was shoveling money into crypto, into other things, buying real estate, doing stuff like that, probably in other people's names and whatnot. You know what I mean? His people he could trust. Everybody eating off her, bro. I mean, we don't know, but I'm just looking at her face. Y'all. I mean, it's like, shit. Looks like she got that I won look right here. I won.
So you never fucking realized, idiot. Anyways, it's just gonna be really messy, I fear. But you know,
she can't even look at the
the
camera.
alternative, keeping it hidden, was messy too. So I guess choose your mess.
And it almost feels like a weight was lifted from Amran's shoulders, and she can stream whatever she wants and say whatever she wants now without her husband breathing down her neck. I mean, today, for example,
A weight lifted? Man, please. She like, all right, I did it. I got him. I'm finna get this money. A weight lifted? Come on, bro. Nah. Nah, I don't personally see it that way. I guess I'm cynical. But that's where she made the money right there, y'all. That's how she got the bread right there. Right there in the hot tub. I ain't mad at her at all. Shout out to her for getting the money. I just had to pull that at one last time, right? Just shout out to her for getting the money. But that's crazy. Yeah, Sister Candace caught her in these streets. Absolutely. And made her bread. Trust me, if I come across some chick out there with that type of beauty and the right mentality, you know what I'm saying, with just enough polish. This my brother uses that term all the time. Like, oh, she got just enough polish, and I can manage that person and help them get to the bag. Why wouldn't I? Be right up front. Like, I'm gonna show you how to get this. I'm gonna show you how to get this money. This is how much I'm gonna take. Right up front. Paperwork and everything right up front. He probably did that. But the guy was probably greedy and grimy. And he probably structured a contract that was just absolutely horrible for her. And she's just trying to get out of it. You know what I mean? If that's the case, I'm on her side. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm on her side. I don't care about the basement dwellers that lost their money. They got what they paid for. They wanted to see this chick. They wanted to hear her say his name or whatever. Wanted to get on the OnlyFans and, get the pictures of her showing the twins and all that. You got what you paid for, player. What you crying about? All this other stuff, like come to her rescue, the white knight, I'm gonna rescue you. Nah, man. Nah, I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. Sorry. That's all right. When this whole thing, this couple days of this drama, I wish I could have saved her. I want to be saved. No, not by me. You got into it, get out of it on your own. Got Ack Ozzy and Brother Roman in the house. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling? And Brother acting like she's already consulting with her lawyers. Bro, I think her lawyer told her what to do. She's just saying this now. What up, Uncle Saint? What's up to you, bro? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. That was Brother Roman. You know what I mean? Dr. B. I think she's been playing some serious chess and checkmated 4 moves ago. I agree with you there, bro. That's what I think. And shout out to her if that's the case, man. Shout out to her. You know what I mean? The thing is, she better be real careful who she chooses to be her next manager, because the bar is already set. You don't want to make less. You know what I mean? You need somebody to come in there and help you, double if not triple your bag. But she getting it though, man. $1.5 million a month, every month. Stop it, man. She getting it, man. Shout out to her. She got all the basement dwellers. You feel me? She got them all. So I dropped the link. No one jumped in, man. So that's cool. I figured no one wants to talk. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all been active in the chat. That's good enough for me. I just wanted to jump on real quick and do that. No, this is a quick, just a quick one. We just did an hour. Y'all know I normally go 2 hours or more, but this was a quick one. We didn't need any more time than what we got, but she got them. She got him. You know what I mean? That's all I can say about that, man. She got him, and good for her. She gonna get the bag. And for all you white knights out there coming to her rescue, she really don't need y'all. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure she's gonna say thanks anyway. And y'all could join her OnlyFans at the top tier level and keep sending in them credit card payments. Keep going into debt. That's crazy. Can't believe these guys are doing it. So yeah, y'all, that's it. That's what I wanted to cover, man. I just wanted to get that off my chest. You know what I mean? Thanks for rocking with me. I'm going to sit down tonight and tomorrow, and I'm going to do like I normally do and make a bunch of thumbnails and kind of structure out some more shows. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I've been lazy. I've been lazy. I had a long weekend. I just got lazy. So I haven't been cranking like I should. Later on tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time. No, 9 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be, hold on, let me get right. 9:30 Eastern time, which will be 8:30 Central time. I'm going to jump on the Mandrell and Shushu show. I'm going to try to jump on there. And that's on Black Man Unfiltered Network. So matter of fact, let me pull that up real quick right now just to see if I'm going to check the time. I just want to check the time, y'all, because I hate giving out bad information. So let me look that up. Black Man Unfiltered Network. And yes, they're going to be talking about, the show is Unapologetic with Mandrell and Shushu. And what time is that going to be? It's in 2 hours. Yes. So it looks like 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Central. So come over there, Black Man Unfiltered. I'm going to try to jump in on that chat. And they're going to be talking about the White Lives Matter debacle with Kanye and Candace Owens. And I'm telling y'all now, don't come over there if you wanted a faint of heart. Don't come over there if you ain't ready, because you're going to get the 100% real. You want to know how black folks talk about things? Come over to Black Man Unfiltered tonight and watch this show, and you'll find out exactly how black folks talk about this sort of thing, what Kanye and Candace are doing. And I'm definitely going to jump in on that panel. Mandrell is going to go in 100%. So trust me, if y'all really want to know, come on over there. So I'm done. Thanks for rocking out with me. Y'all appreciate that. Y'all really do. For real. Thanks for rocking with me. Y'all keep me, y'all the reason I keep pushing. I keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? I got a great team, and I'm so proud that all of y'all are rocking with me, man. I really am. Thank you so much. And Brother Cody, not home DL, or I'll pop in. Might have something to send you later. Bet, man, send that to me, man. I can't wait. We're gonna make that happen anyway, man. I'm gonna get Cody as King on this show, man. I wanna know who the brother is and get into his background and where he's from and everything. You know what I mean? Because I love to do that, man. It's the DL Saint. I really want to know. You know what I mean? So let's do that. Hopefully, I'll see y'all tonight on Black Man Unfiltered. I'll definitely be up tomorrow at some time, probably around 6:30 tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to cover. I'm seeing some more stuff from robotics I want to talk about that's kind of scary. I want to talk about that. And there's some stuff in the news that's just wild right now that I probably want to do. So I'll probably do that. I'm trying to get Jay Swans to jump on with me. We're just going to have a Man Talks episode where me and him just going to look at a couple of these headlines and talk about it. And that's it. So that'll be tomorrow, probably around 6:30. Peace to all y'all, man. Thanks for rocking out with me. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.